All right, calm down, you jackals, because I know it's time for your favorite internet show of the week, previews and predictions. So let's get right to it and start with my top matchup of the weekend, Monaco versus PSG. And no, I'm just kidding. Monaco sucks this season, and there's nothing their new manager, Thierry Henry, can do about it, no matter how great he was as a player. So instead, let's talk about Manchester City versus Manchester United. And my favorite part about this game is that both clubs should be coming into this with high spirits, since City are coming off a dominating performance against Shakhtar Donetsk in the Champions League, and just for fun, they have yet to lose in the league this season while scoring 33 goals and only conceding 4. While United are coming off an improbable come-from-behind 2-1 victory in Turin to give Juventus their first loss of the season, which, if you've been paying attention, then you'll know that this is the second straight game that United have scored a dramatic late-game winning goal. And, fun fact, in City's last 37 Premier League games at home at the Etihad, United are the only team to beat them, and I promise that will give the Red Devils a ton of confidence to go there and do it again. That is, if United can stop starting games as poorly as they have been, because they only seem to wake up once they've conceded a goal. And yes, I say this knowing that United came back from 2 goals down last season at the Etihad to win 3-2, but I think City is even better defensively this season, so the first 45 minutes of this game are going to be absolutely crucial. If City can score in the first half, I believe they'll go on to win, but if they don't, I think United will steal it late for the 3rd straight game, and that's my prediction. And if you don't like it, look at this face. I don't care. And up next, let me tell you who it's not going to be. It's not going to be Barcelona versus Real Betis, because Coutinho's now hurt for a few weeks, and Messi probably won't be risked to play even though he's back in training, which is okay because Betis, who I predicted to get in the top 6 in my La Liga preview back in August, what was I thinking? Well, they're struggling this season, and also they're going to be tired after playing against AC Milan in the Europa League. So Barca's going to have 2 extra days of rest on them, and also Barcelona are just better, so they're going to win. Which means, speaking of Milan, we're going to focus on Milan versus Juventus instead, which for me is a pretty easy game to call. Milan is going to win because they have become the Italian version of Manchester United over these last 2 weeks by scoring late-game winners to save their manager's job. And if you add in the fact that Juve just crumbled in the last 5 minutes to Manchester United, the real team, this whole thing has weirdly come full circle. So it's settled then. Milan is going to win. But wait, it's worth pointing out that Milan haven't beaten Juventus since 2016, and fun fact, the last 4 meetings between these two sides have all ended in victories for Juve, and we know Juve are going to be fired up after their midweek loss to United that saw their unbeaten run to start the season come to an end. And they have this guy named Cristiano Ronaldo who might want to show off his abs again, or maybe another body part like his quads this time around, so we know he's going to be highly motivated like always, so I think Juve is going to probably end up winning this 3-2. And next up, it's not Porto versus Braga, who are currently 1st and 2nd in the Portuguese league, because even though Braga have the league's top scorer, Diego Sousa, on their team, he's got 7 goals in 9 league games, Porto are just way too hot right now, winning 6 straight games in all competitions since losing to their hated rivals Benfica a month ago, which puts them on top of the league in Portugal and on top of their Champions League group, so they are cruising, which means, I'm sorry Braga, you don't have a chance, which means we're going to focus on Borussia Dortmund versus Bayern Munich instead, also known as Der Klassiker. Because Dortmund have not beaten Bayern in their last 4 meetings. However, they are unbeaten versus everyone else in the Bundesliga this season and sit on top of the league. But Dortmund traitor turned Bayern striker Robert Lewandowski has scored 6 goals in 8 games against his former club, so I fully expect him to be up for this. However, this Dortmund team can beat you in so many different ways, and let's be honest, they have to know that if they win this, it could go a long way to determining who wins the league and who doesn't. So I don't think that the black and yellow is going to let this opportunity pass them by, especially in front of their die-hard supporters at the Westfalenstadion. And yes, I know it's not called that anymore, but I know that I can pronounce it properly, so I like to say it as much as possible. Westfalenstadion, 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 whatever. Dortmund's going to win this 2-1. And then finally, no Liga MX this week, and specifically Tigres versus Puebla, because why do we need to talk about both sides who both need to win to solidify their chances of making the playoffs with 2 games left to go in their season, when we all know that Andre Pierre Gignac is going to score the game winner for Tigres like he always does, and there's nothing Puebla can do about it. So instead, we're going to bring it stateside for the MLS Cup playoffs and talk a little NYCFC versus Atlanta United, which is the tastiest second leg of the quarterfinal matchups for me because of the talented attacking players on display for both teams. But after NYCFC didn't register 1 shot on goal in leg 1, which they hosted at Yankee Stadium and ended up losing 1-0, maybe we should be talking about Atlanta's defense instead, which, if they can keep it up and keep their team shape compact, I could really see them making a legitimate run at winning the whole enchilada and becoming the top banana. Do you like those food metaphors? So even though I love the legend David Villa and everything that he's done for NYCFC and the league, Atlanta is going to potentially end his whole career if the rumors about him retiring at the end of the season end up being true, which would be pretty sad for him to go out like that. But alas, Atlanta are the better team, so I like them to win 3-1 and advance to the semifinals. And all right, that is it. That is all I got, except for this. Predict the right score for the Manchester Derby, City versus United, and if you get it right, you'll be entered to win some Warm Ballers gear courtesy of this guy. So good luck. Also, be on the lookout for a new episode of Career Mode, which is dropping very soon. Hashtag Eno in, hashtag Eno forever, and please, for me, have a good or bad weekend. Later.